In this video, you'll see how to expand an ESP device, in this case a Witty cloud, so that you can control it from your own web page. It's an example of how to use different technologies such as Witty, such as Apache on the Raspberry Pi, Bootstrap, but also in combination with JavaScript, Bootstrap, HTML, etc. It's not the most elegant way of doing this, and in future videos we're also going to look at other things such as MQTT and also socket programming, but this gives you a good insight into how you can interact between the Witty Pi and the Raspberry Pi, the Witty Cloud, the Raspberry Pi, etc. Okay, what we have here on our network are three devices. One is a Raspberry Pi, the other two are Witty clouds. A Witty cloud is an IoT device with Wi-Fi, which can have its own IP address. The Witty cloud also has, as you probably know, has built-in lights and can also power lights and other devices. So one of the challenges we have is how we control that on the network. What I'm able to do is set up a number of bash scripts on the Raspberry Pi, and what those do is they basically send commands power 4, power 5, power 6, which I've mapped to individual devices, and by doing so I can control those devices from a web page on the Raspberry Pi using CGI bin on the Apache server. On the Witty cloud, you need to configure the switches. In this case, I have got 6 set up, and I'm going to be using 4, 5, and 6. The way to do that is you go to the configuration menu, then go to configure the module, and you set up 3 of the pins for PWM4, PWM5, and relay 6. Okay, first thing we need to do is go to the Witty itself, and you can see that from the main menu of the Witty that I've got 6 switches set up. The way I do that is to go into configure the module and then assign PWM4, PWM5, in this case a relay 6 to the individual GPIOs. Now, just taking a minute. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to toggle these. In this case I'm toggling them on, and if I go to the console, you can see that from here that I can refer to those as power 4, power 5, and power 6. I'll be using this later in the program and show you how that works. Okay, this is the web page, and this is basically talking to the Raspberry Pi. What this is showing is that I've got two devices set up. One's called Bell Tower and the other one is called Small Tower. What I can do then is basically I can toggle it on and off, and you can see as I do this each time it's turning the devices on and off, and is also then showing me the status of it. I can also use a time delay, so in other words, when I switch on, toggle the bell tower, there'll be a 5-second delay before that's activated. Yeah, starting in 5 seconds. Okay, that's it.